Hello YouTube, welcome to my coverage of the 2022 Spokane Disc Golf Club Finals. In 2022, Spokane Disc Golf Club put on a weekly Thursday night league at Highbridge Park between spring and the beginning of September. The top point getters in both the pro and amateur divisions were invited to a playoff at the end of the year. Money was taken out of each week of the league to put in a prize pool for this final round. The winner of this round gets to say they're the 2022 Spokane Disc Golf Club champion and take home a little bit of cash with it. The four competitors we have today who earned the top four spots throughout the league this year were Josh Hatcher, Will Elliott, Niam Lakewolf, and then myself rounding it out in the fourth spot. For context, throughout the year, for those statistically inclined, I found the best and average round for each competitor to give you an idea of what kind of the expectations for each player going into this is. Josh Hatcher was our point leader throughout the league. He averaged 4.5 strokes under par, with his best round being 9 down. Will averaged 4.5 strokes under par as well. However, his best round was 7 down. Niam averaged 2 strokes under par, and his best round was 6 under, and I averaged 3 strokes under par, and my best round was 9 down. So I would say each of these competitors are within a couple strokes of each other. Averages go out the window when it's just a one event competition, see March Madness, and you can see each of our best rounds is within a couple strokes of each other, so anyone has the opportunity to put together a hot round and take it down. Hole 1, 206 feet, you have a wide tunnel with trees on the left and trees on the right. The basket is tucked away to the right at the end of the flight, so you can either throw a backhand straight shot that potentially turns a little bit, or a forehand straight shot that finishes to the right towards the basket. I'm at the end of the box, so we'll see if I can throw a good shot here. The other three competitors were all under the basket. Looks like I'm going with that straight forehand. And that was pretty close to ringing it up on the first hole. We'll see if I get a roll back down the hill. No, I stuck up there. Sometimes that's jail up there, but we'll see what I got. And we got the roll-away disc. Hey, perfectly got to my basket though. Okay. This isn't even quite tester range, but you have to make this to start your round. Let's see what I can do. And that's the farthest. As you can see here, I'm the farthest away. So we've got 4 absolute park chops on hole 1. It did play easiest in the Highbridge Open, and we saw that there. Hole 2, you're playing up over these several plateaus to a final plateau that's underneath the top of the hill. So you're trying to throw something up around these big 2 pines in your way that lands very softly. I'm going for my hex here. Got good width, and it's coming in, and that might have been a little too tight on the green. So yeah, it looks like I got a little bit of a skip away. Hole 3 is a 614-foot par 4. You're trying to throw a landing zone shot into this open field. The biggest danger is turning it over too much. As long as you don't turn it over too much, it should be a easy second shot across a road to a island green. I don't remember if we were playing this as OB or not. So we'll see in the scoring. I've got my Zeus on a nice hyzer flip. It looks like it's drifting a little too much. And yeah, it looks like it caught one of those blocker trees on the right. That is the mistake, is overturning it. So you can see I hit this last tree. The 2 trees on the left is like a good marker for, I believe, around 400 feet. So I'm just short at probably 390-ish. And I'm throwing to the basket that you can see straight ahead. So this is probably 250 in, is my guess. Going for a volt on a hyzer to try and get her across that road. It's coming in nicely. Oof.
No. Okay, we're good.
All right.
286.
286. I even set 286 in. And we got a cage hit, bottom of the cage hit. So not too bad. Okay, got a birdie, and we're tied for Josh in first. Hole 4, 417 is a big dog leg left. You're trying to throw something fast that goes far down this path and then comes probably 100 feet in from the road. So we have it over the path, a little wide maybe. Yeah, we did not. You really have to hug that first guardian tree if you want to have a look. So you can see I got all of the distance here. Looks like I got all of the distance here. A nice little jump putt approach from probably 100 feet out, tapping a par. This one's definitely a bonus birdie when you can get it. At 417 of Pure Hyzer, it's a tricky one. Hole 5, 215 feet, par 3. This one you're throwing over off the top of this hill through these trees. You're trying to land either a backhand putter soft or a forehand flex shot will land soft because it's fighting against the hill. And currently have moved myself up into first at 2 down through 4. Let's see if I can keep it going. Got an envy, it's pushing straight. And there's another metal hit in 2 holes later. Another cage hit. So that's ace run on hole 1, ace run on hole 5, and a eagle bid on hole 3. So not doing too bad. Hole 6 is our high road, low road shot. Currently the basket is in the low road position. So this one's a super tricky tunnel down the right side. That's tricky because the tunnel's so far off of the tee pad. So this is a super fun one. I could throw this one all day. It looks like I'm reaching for my volt, something I can kind of hammer on with a little bit of Annie. Push it down this right side and have it finish back up the hill towards the basket. Looks like it is going very straight, potentially a little short, but I matched it. And Will just said that I got a lot of ground play there, and it looks like we did. This looks like my first tester of the round. Let's see how the putt is feeling. Little shaky, but it's in. 4 down through 6 has me running away with it so far. Hole 7, 337 feet. This one is either a backhand straight shot that might finish a little bit at the end with either a putter or a mid-range, or a technical sidearm. We were trying to get it to flip up or get lucky through the trees on the left side. Apparently lucky on the left side is a lefty. Looks like I'm opting for that germbird. So a good shot here will flex through this tunnel and finish towards the basket. I like the angle, but it looks like it might have been too much. Can I get lucky? No, I can't.
That was the Thunderbird. That germbird.
So here we are from about 50. See if we can give it a bid. Overturned. That's not too bad. This is also another bonus birdie. We'll see what the rest of the card did on this one. I do wish that we had gotten film of everyone, but I did not have the capacity to get film of everyone. So maybe that will be a goal for 2023, is to videotape the entire card. And it looks like that 4 down is holding strong with a 3-stroke lead. Hole 8, 200 feet. This or hole 1 has to be the easiest one on the course. This one has a small gauntlet of trees right off the bat, and the basket is slightly off to the right.
Super squeaky. There's your local love.
Yep. We're still waiting.
You gotta be bad enough.
And Will, right before I threw this, Will threw a sidearm that went all the way through all of the left side trees somehow, completely missed his line, but got under the basket. And we got a standstill with the zone.
Oh yeah.
And
All right,
Will says, oh yeah, so we'll see. Oh yeah. There we go. 5 down through 8. Only have had 1 real putt so far, so we don't know how the putt's feeling yet today. Hole 9, 292 feet. This is another tunnel. I think the entire course is tunnels, but I love how wide the fairways are here. So this is you go straight and then it finishes off to the right a little bit, just the same as like the previous hole, but instead of throwing downhill, now we're just throwing flat. So I'm disking up at I believe I've measured this at about 370, and I got a great move on that, but blocked by one of those last guardian trees. I actually think I might need to start disking down on this hole because it looked like that one had a lot of juice left on it when it hit this tree that's pretty close. And that is a good bid. A little bit over the top, probably 50, 60 feet, but online, that's not bad at all. So this is the moment when we did our first score check-in after 9 holes, and we saw that I had a 4-stroke lead. I think I was trying to put that out of my mind, but we'll see how I'm able to respond to that. And this one is a straight shot, and I have missed my line completely. I threw it the right direction, but not the right angle with my Luna, so that went way too straight. So you can see I am off to the side, figuring out if I want to do a approach, backhand approach with that Luna, if I'm going to opt for the sidearm. I probably have to go 20 or 30 feet straight up and then get it to land softly on a fast green. So we're opting for the zone, a little stall job, and as long as that sat, we're good. Oh yeah, it sat. This feels like a must get. I hit cage twice in league off the tee, so not even giving that a bid or, for a 1, let alone a 2, definitely feels a little bad. But moving on to hole 11, this one is a 373-foot shot, very long. You have a little bit of downhill at the end, but essentially you either want to do a forehand flip up that travels through the trees on this fairway, or a backhand turnover. I'm opting to go for a hex, something that'll slow down as the green is downhill. So you're looking for something that is just going to have slow turn the whole way and just sit softly at the end of the flight. A little hyzer, little turn, and that's overturned. Yeah, that's a cut roller. I remember specifically for this one, I had been traveling quite a bit before this round, and I was still getting used to the stability, so that's my excuse, I guess, as to why I wasn't familiar with the stability of my own disc. But let's see what we can execute here. A little zone backhand shot. That is not a great effort. We're going to have a bit of a comebacker here. I want to say this is about 25, 28 feet, very uphill. After having a couple bad drives, I do not want to give a stroke away at this point. High left, but somehow finds a way to stay in. Hole 12, 295 feet. This one is up to the right. This is the classic starting hole of the course for all the local players, so I've thrown this hole a million times. It's pretty much a big sidearm or a skippy sidearm. So I go for the germ bird. Looks good as long as it has the distance.
What did that hit? Oh,
Is that deep?
It went long.
Deep, yeah.
Deep.
And it looks like I hit one of these guardian trees long and got a little bit of a roll away. So after making one uphill putt, this one's a little bit closer. We'll see if I can get back on the birdie train that I seem to have fallen off. And the disc to my right is, I believe, Josh's. So he's going after me to try and cut into my 3-stroke lead. And that's undercommitted. We didn't get the tap in on that one, but that is a par. It looks like Josh also missed his putt, so keeping that 3-stroke lead. Hole 13, you're throwing a stolly hyzer or a big spike hyzer up to the right of these small trees. That's crashing left in the second set of pine trees. Opting for that volt I threw earlier. And that is too much hyzer. Yeah, that is definitely sawed off. But with the distance I got, we'll see if I have a look. It's a look, but it doesn't look like it's quite an easy one. It looks like there's quite a few spindly branches right in the way. Good effort for how high I had to go. Going par on 12 and 13 is tough because those are the starting holes. I've played both of those holes a ton and feel like those are not quite muskets, but just about. You want to at least be going one down through those two. Now we're getting to 14, which is one of the hardest holes on the course. This is either a backhand turnover or a flex sidearm. Looks like I'm opting for the turnover. We have my Buzz SS. A little low.
Yep.
I liked the shape there, but yeah, came up. This looks like 60, 70 feet, and I don't even know if there's a bid with these trees in the way. Yeah, it looks like that's a layup. This is kind of a no harm, no foul. This is a bonus birdie for sure. However, it looks like Hatcher did get it to cut it to 2 strokes. And now we have the hardest hole on the course, hole 15, 394 feet. You're trying to throw through one of these gaps that's about 310 feet off of the tee, and with 400 plus feet of power with how uphill it is at the end, probably 430 feet of power. And so this is super tricky. I tried to get a birdie on every hole of the course over league, and this was the one I did not get. So this is the opportunity. I got my Wraith turning. Does it make the gap? It's getting stable. It made the gap though, and it got stable. And I got a very fortunate roll off of this hill down to a circle 2 putt at it to get my birdie on this hole, the last hole I needed to get for league to birdie all of them. And that is undercommitted. I did not even give it a chance. That is hyzering out early. Tap in par on the hardest hole on the course. Coming to one of the more funner and one of easier holes on the course. Hole 16, 271 feet downhill. This is the classic top of the world shot. You're throwing a putter, something that's going to slow down and make this gap here. I'm throwing my 21 Tour Series Paul Macbeth Luna. I aced this hole with a tree kick off of the right tree with this disc for my 9-down hot round during week 17. Can I replicate it? And no, I can't. That is overturned and gliding. We'll see how far along that went. And this looks to be even longer than the previous hole, so we'll see if I can get commitment on this putt after I did not get commitment on the previous circle 2 putt. And same exact result, hyzering in early, a little undercommitted. And that makes 7, 8 pars in a row after shooting 5 down through 8. Hatcher did birdie it, cutting the lead down to a 1-stroke lead with 2 to go. We have hole 17, one of the hardest gets on the course. I'm going sidearm, and that is cut off. If I got that flat, that would be all the way to the green, but that is cut off. We'll see if I'm in jail or if I push through. And here we are, 3rd long circle 2 putt in a row. If I make this, then I've got a 2-stroke lead with 1 to go. If I lay this up, it's a 1-stroke with 1 to go. And that is undercommitted again. That is the 3rd putt in 3 holes from circle 2 where I did not even give it a chance. And it came back to bite me. That bogey with Josh's par leaves us tied going into hole 18, 213 feet, third easiest hole on the course. This is a backhand straight shot or a forehand shot that's going to land softly and skip up. I'm throwing my zone. It's got a little flip up, it's coming in, and it hit the guardian tree.
Right behind that tree, I think. But...
And Josh has made his putt and is sitting at 5 down. I have to make this to tie him and go to overtime from edge of circle 1 with a straddle putt. And that is through the chains, hit the pole. That was a heartbreaking putt after starting off so hot, going 8 pars in a row, taking a bogey.
B-pool. Second place for B-pool. And first place.
Here we go, Cody.
Big boy.
Yeah. You're gonna be drinking beer out of that.
All right. Fourth place, A-pool. Niam. Yeah, Niam. Third place, A-pool. Will. Second place, Brooke. And first place, Josh Hatcher. Can we get a picture of all you guys together?
Yeah.
This tournament was one of my tougher tournaments of the year, only because after playing amateur the entire year, but then having this be one of my outlets to play pro and push myself, I felt like I was finally at the cusp of winning a pro event, and it was 100% in my hands. I had a 4-stroke lead with 10 to go, and I just couldn't figure it out. I was starting off with 3 runs for ringing up highlights in the first 5 holes, and then after hole 8 it felt like my drive went away, but I think it was mostly my putt. I think, as we saw in those first 8 holes, I had 1 putt outside of a tap-in, and it was shaky. And on those back 10 holes, I wasn't driving as well, and ended up in circle 2 a lot. And in my previous tournament at Expect the Unexpected, I believe I hit 4 or 5 or 6 circle 2 putts to put my stamp on that tournament and win it. In this tournament, we saw one circle 2 missed putt after another, and that's something that's super hard to correct in the middle of a round. Hole 17 is the hole that technically lost it for me because I took that bogey after getting aggressive on the circle 2 putt. And I'm not sure if I would run that again or not. I had the chance to close the door and to win it right there and right then, and I chose to go for it, and honestly I'm happy with that choice. Like, I want to be confident, and I want to fail being confident so that I know what it's like to be confident and I can learn from that. Especially because hole 18 on the missed putt there, it felt like I made all of the corrections. I was strong. After having 3 putts in a row where I was weak, I was strong through the chains, through the pole on hole 18, and that really was something that I walked away being happy with. I knew that the putt on 18 was not the reason why I took second instead of first. I knew it was all of what happened beforehand, and hitting the pole on that final putt and having that spit through was heart-wrenching, but also encouraging because I kind of finally made the correction. I finally was like, yes, okay, we did it. We pushed through the basket. And I know that that's something that I can take to all of my tournaments going forward when, in all of my future events, when I continue to play in professional events, I can take that and know I've been here before. I've had these pressure points. I've let it slip away. I know what it feels like to slowly, hole after hole, lose strokes. And I don't want to do that again. And I know what's going to happen again. But I also have that fire of knowing, let's not do this again, and figure out how to pull my round back together sooner rather than later. So, thanks for watching. Thanks to Stephen Williams, Adam Petty, Lewis Emmett, Zach Schweitzer for all helping run Spokane Disc Golf Club, for all helping take care of the course, for helping move the baskets. John Mendez as well. He helped me running the back end, doing the U-Disc Leagues part. He helped organize things. He helped me and Steven move baskets. Lewis Emmett did a great job on tee signs and benches and putting in tee pads. And then Adam, Steven, and Zach all helped put this together. Adam did a great job running all of the logistics, taking money, keeping track of the accounting all year. And Steven's always our social media guru, putting in posts and making sure that people know when and where to show up. So thanks to everyone at Spokane Disc Golf Club, and thanks for running the league. And I'm excited to play again. Watching this just makes me want to get back out there when it's not a lot of snow and really cold temperatures. So here's to 2023 and playing more Highbridge League at the course. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.